YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Justice coming back at y'all with another general collective read, another general YouTube read. Thank you for every like, comment, share, subscribe. It's truly appreciated. If you need a personal with me, if you need a book with me, please email Shamika Sun with a C in Shamika at gmail.com, and check my YouTube and profile descriptions for any pricings and all of my other information. Anything you need is gonna be in the description. Let's go ahead and get started, team. Ancestors of the highest of white light, angels of the highest of white light, please bestow upon me, and please send any disruptions, distractions, any type of pool of negativity, please release it. As I tap into the divine collective and what they need to hear, please provide full insight and a full safe keep of an energy read for those that need to hear some divine messages. Ashe. Off the jump, self-love is a very big concept right now. Before I even started the video, that was a big concept. That was the inspiration for me getting up on here. I wasn't really going to do a read today. I was really taking the day for self-love because I was kind of bombarded. I got a lot of personals to do. I got some drama going on in my life. This may be significant for somebody. But I wanted to slow down. I wanted to, instead of being impulsive, because I found myself getting angry this morning, you know what I mean, with a lot of issues, a lot of situations. I found myself getting annoyed, frustrated with just the climatic energies that were all holding on to me. And, Spirit was guiding me to really bask in myself and not shame myself for doing that. I've created my own schedule. I got a motion of money. I got another stream of income to come in. So it's like I've created this for myself. So it's not, I can be critical of myself. So whatever I'm picking up on, you may be very critical of self. And self-love is very much needed. Grace to self. Saying this to say, I took a nap early in the day, went outside, took a walk, wrote some things down, and just listened to music. Just really took the day. And it really opened up my energetic field, right? Because earlier it was very contaminated. That's why I was getting angry, because I'm sensitive, and you feel so many things pulling on you, pulling situations, people, things pulling at you. Some people talking shit. You already dealing with people talking shit about you. Shit like that. Take what resonates. But you may be dealing with a lot of things. A lot of responsibilities are significant at this time. I ain't even pulled the cards yet, but these are all just channeled, like what I was feeling guided to talk about, start this video off. Self-love, self-nurturing, patience, I'm dealing with a lot of inner blockages from a lot of energy contaminants from a lot of different situations and people that I've, at one point I used to put myself into, and that's the shift for me, self-love. To pick myself. That's significant for somebody. To really put yourself above situations that need or expect the highest version of you, but if you can't fulfill it in your highest version or most efficient self or in the most efficient way possible, then you're only deteriorating yourself and that situation, if that makes sense. You coming up to perform at your highest form of self and whatever you're showing up for, well, that's just showing up for your family members. You showing up in your highest form of self, your highest vibrance, your highest radiance. That's the most important thing, so that you can show up adequately for what you're supposed to do, whether that's impact somebody energetically, or you just never know how you're showing up to something and how that affects something. This is significant for somebody. Just to have the inner awareness, like to love self a little more. Because that's what it really is all about. It's a seemingly selfish act, but it's very selfless in the very grand scheme of things. You can affect so many people clearing out your energy, so you don't have to project on somebody, so you don't have to make your problem somebody else's problem. This is significant for somebody. You can kind of temper yourself and not only stop situations from possibly happening, but also creating space for better situations that were already meant to come into your fruition, and for that wheel of fortune to turn in your favor, instead of forcing some encounter or forcing some experience that doesn't really serve what you really stand for, or what you're really trying to do with yourself. Your highest vibration, your highest frequency is very much needed in this day and age, whatever you're doing, whoever I'm picking up on. It's very significant at this time, Because if you can't show up as your highest self consistently in whatever you're doing, then it may not be meant for you, because you're supposed to, whatever you're supposed to do, amidst any challenges, obstacles, there's going to be challenging obstacles, whatever you face. But you have to be able to face these things head on and still consistently be durable enough to take it on and still complete or fulfill whatever task or mission or aspect of that, wherever you're doing for, to do, like whatever that reasoning is, whatever that purpose is, right? You're here to awaken many souls. So with me, it's getting up on here, doing my thing, allocating the right time so I can focus on other things with my day, and allocating the right time to get some personals in and get maybe a collective or two, you know, if I want to record for later on. Get ahead of myself so I can fulfill what I'm supposed to be doing for my day, right? But the whole point today was me having that awareness to say, I'm 555 as I say this, I may not have the I may not give off the best kind of energy even if I force myself into something today. That's kind of what I was feeling earlier. Like, I didn't think that it would have been worth it for me, especially with personals. Personals are very important because energy, like if you got some energy rubbing off on you, then how are you supposed to read for somebody else? You know, so it's very important for me to watch my energy. So what your one-sided competitors are ashamed of themselves, it's almost like I'm picking up on the energy. You loving yourself, you kind of also with this, I think this is a general theme. When you love yourself so much and people try to bring you down, because a lot of people that hate you or go against you, it don't even have to be hate. It could be people that are just triggered by you, simply triggered. They want to the goal is to bring you down. Unconsciously, consciously, it doesn't matter, right? The goal is to bring you down confidence-wise or your light, your vibrance. But your self-love puts them to shame every time. That's a channel message for somebody. It's probably the first real channel message we got off of the top. And also that vibration of self-love, it holds you into a topic of conversation. People can see that resonance. People can see that radiance. That's the importance, because maybe for some of my collective, you know, you weren't always in your most radiant being of self. So, or you may not prioritize your highest radiance of self, because I can relate to that, because I wasn't always prioritizing my highest self-love or acting out of my highest respect of self. And a lot of people got accustomed to that with me, and that may be significant for my collective. That's why self-love may be significant. You know, so for me to prioritize my days or prioritize even my energy in certain ways, shapes, or form, I've always been the one to prioritize my energy, but it didn't always mean I respected myself. So that may be significant for somebody. Just because you do this or do that don't mean it don't really mean that you this or that. In terms of the self-love department, you know what I mean? You don't always see somebody's battles is what I'm getting from that. And this is the Ace of Swords, the truth. And a lot of times, going back to that other thing, when you make other people uncomfortable with you just simply taking your power back or walking in self-love, it should show you like, damn, I wasn't loving myself right. And it gave me, like, when I offended so many people, that when I started taking up for myself, it really showed me, damn, I didn't respect myself enough. I didn't love myself like I was supposed to. And it's something that you really had that shocking kind of revelation. It's like, damn, all I can do is forgive you, Justice. All I can do is forgive you. And that's all I can do with a lot of these kind of realizations, because it usually reflects, you know, I wouldn't have gotten these reflections if I wasn't ascending. It's significant for somebody. You can't possibly see something. Hindsight is 20/20. You can't possibly see something until it's after the point. Protect your energy from swindling conflict and chaos. So like maybe when you were in a more hopeless state, because this is relating to somebody. I'm saying this for some reason. You know what I mean? Maybe you were in a past, you were in a Nine of Swords energy, a hopelessness. Maybe you were down and out on yourself, because I was definitely in recent history down and out on myself, you know what I mean? Until I found God, really. And a lot of people make fun of me for this. Like you're following God, you're doing this with God, and, you know, you're doing like that, oh, your God path. And they condescendingly say it so much, they don't really understand how much they're disrespecting themselves. Because it only shows to me how much they don't have that connection with themselves, not authentically. And I remember being at that point, you know, significant for somebody, just that point of ascending past the point to see, damn, I didn't love myself enough. You know what I mean? And following the yellow brick road and keep on going, it helps me to continue to understand that. And this may be significant for somebody as you continue to move forward, maybe from people, situations, things that didn't fully respect you, because maybe at one point you didn't fully respect yourself enough. You know, maybe you didn't know how to. Maybe you didn't know how to love. Maybe you didn't know how to love yourself. Maybe you wasn't taught how to appreciate yourself. Maybe you wasn't taught that you were special. Maybe you had to find out that you were special. Maybe you had to find out that you were different. Maybe you had to find out that maybe there was something okay about you being weird. Or maybe there was something just unique about you. Maybe you weren't crazy. Maybe you weren't this. You know, things like that. It's just a lot of realization. That's why this is a self-love, this energy. But I'm picking up on the energy. People are in regret for how they treated you. With that, I think this is more of a self-reflection thing. Like, I think with people, like, when I come to the realization I'm treating myself better, and I come across people that treated me like absolute shit, and I see them in a similar state or similar behavior of state, acting like that towards other people, it makes me really see I didn't respect myself. I didn't respect myself enough to want more for myself, or to think that I was worthy of better. I didn't think that I was worthy of better. This may be significant for somebody. And I had to learn, like, that I was doing much better than I thought, even if I'm unconventional, even if I don't have this, even if I'm not doing this, even if okay, maybe I made a mistake over here. Maybe I'm not doing perfect over here, you know, but if somebody's highlighting or trying to isolate those weird parts about you, they must put you on a pedestal in some other way. That's a significance for somebody too. And I had to learn that through my self-love. You know, people had to put me on a certain pedestal to want to gun after me so much. You know, people don't really target motherfuckers that they really don't got it out for like that. There's a reason for shit like that, because God favors you. That's also another thing, realizing that you're the 10 of Pentacles. And through Source, I realized that myself. I realized through God's eyes that, you know, isolation has saved my life and may have saved your life, or isolation may have saved your sanity. You know, and when I say saved your life, it saved my mind. It saved my path. It saved my insight, because I was getting gaslit by everything, because, you know, a lot of people and things weren't able to understand me because of the depths of where I could allow people to meet me. That's also another channel message for somebody else too. 1, 2, 3, 4, as I say it, Ascension number. It wasn't until I started ascending to where I could see the fact that maybe I got some growing to do. Maybe it's my maturity that I'm not seeing myself the highest in. Maybe I'm not taking accountability in areas that, you know, maybe people are treating me like shit, but maybe I'm letting them. Maybe I'm letting people do this to me. Maybe, you know, maybe I'm not standing up for myself. Maybe I'm not making it clear enough, you know? And sometimes it's not even these things. Some people are just shitty ass people, like, right? But I'm the type to be hypercritical of myself and want to do the most so I don't have to think about this thing in somebody else. This is significant for somebody, because it may be helpful for you to focus just a little that much more on yourself in terms of what you can do for your own time and your own benefit. It's not about self-absorbency either. Don't get fucked up. You know what I mean? Don't get stuck in your head on some mindless ego shit. That's mindless. It's mindful, but it's heavy and dense. It'll cause you mindlessness. You walking in your emperor energy and empowering yourself. This is an empowerment state of a time in your life. Whoever I'm talking to, it's important to empower yourself, affirm yourself every day you wake up. Thank God, thank the Most High Creator for another day, another moment. You're able to alchemize energy every present moment. I talked about this in previous videos. Like, you have the present moment to submerge yourself into, to create whatever you do, to alchemize whatever is sent at you. They can send whatever the fuck they want to, collective. They really can. Nothing will touch you. It's like that fire analogy. That fire can be hate. Your fire could be love. But that motherfucking hate is only going to magnify your motherfucking love, because it's your connotation of what your fire is. And you said it's fucking love. You know what I mean? The tickle resonates. You know what I mean? That's significant for somebody. With divine union and partnership with spirit, you already know what this is. You being guided, or there's a need to stay in your stay in your union with spirit, union with self. This is a twin flame message for somebody, a confirmation for somebody confused on a twin flame journey or a path, or anybody that's confused about the concept. The twin flame journey is all about you coming into union with yourself. Some twins come into union. Some twins are there. Some twins are karmic. Some twins are not your real twins. You'll take what resonates because you'll find it over time. You'll keep going into loopholes. But that sometimes the loophole is about you coming into union with yourself. It's not about coming into union with another half of you. That other half of you is within yourself. That's confirmation for somebody. But if you have a counterpart, high-level soulmate, high-level twin of any kind, that shit is supposed to teach you about yourself. That's just a significant message for somebody. It's though any counterpart, any friendship. I've learned from every friendship, every relationship I've had, platonic, romantic, familial. It's all taught me a reflection of myself that I wasn't willing to see. And it still is now. It's significant for somebody. They're jealous of your shine and the way others view you. This, whatever somebody's jealous of and tries to make you feel insignificant about, really take the time, no matter how uncomfortable, and say, let's say you're a little awkward socially. I'm a little awkward socially. Let's say I love how I am socially. I love how I interact socially. Affirm shit like that. Affirm your confidence. Affirm yourself. Affirm your differences. You know what I mean? Affirm those type of things for comfortability. And it's not about comfort. It's uncomfortable, but it's going to create a sense of comfort because you ain't going to allow nobody to make you feel uncomfortable about what makes you different. 1616, as I say this is your success, cultivating your own success because it starts within. Self-love. It's about empowerment. It's about acceptance. It's about knowing that, hey, okay, I do this, I did that. What can I turn that into? How can I change that reflection and cultivate that into something greater and more empowering about myself? Let's say with this coping mechanism that I have, how can I change that and alter that and to kind of slowly shorten that to lessen my codependency over it while bettering myself in whatever way? That's a general ass theme. But it's about looking at those principality concepts, especially within your mind. It's a mind thing. What is within? Why do you feel insecure around him? Why do you feel insecure around her? Why do you feel this way around him? Why does that person feel insecure around you? These things can show you different things and different emotions, or it should bring different things up in different emotions within your inner world that should have you going within deeper. That's what's it about. Not to get lost within yourself, but to spiritually master yourself. That's what this is all about. Like I said with the twin flame journey, the high level soulmate journey. Soulmate's a little different. The twin journey, the twin flame journey is specifically for you to come into union with yourself. That's the whole point of it. Be attentive to what's around you. At this time, I'm getting like, when you're such, a general theme, when you're such in a high vibration of like self-acceptance, self-love, you can then understand what's all witchcraft or what's all energetically being manipulated into your energy. That's the only way you can defeat witchcraft is if you know yourself to a T. You have to know yourself to know what's not your energy. That's significant for somebody. Self-love is very needed for this high priestess energy to stay consistently activated and in tune with its environment and to not be contaminated by things that don't fit it. So me taking my nap, going back to earlier, right? Me taking my nap, me doing what I did instead of going straight at something or forcing my head at something that, was illuminating more so density or stagnation to me energetically instead of like in terms of my routine I was going to go at this morning. Me changing up my routine and really embracing and being a little bit more graceful in myself this morning helped me open up to even create this idea for this video. That's what came out of this, right? I wouldn't have came to this video. This would have never came out of my mouth earlier if I started my day off doing personal readings and then coming to a general collective. Whole different timeline, whole different message. So shit like that. It's just the perception of not the what ifs, but what all you can really do with your present awareness in the quantum moment. You can quantumly shift your timeline in so many different jurisdictional ways. So many different jurisdictions of your reality that you may not even be thinking of because you may be thinking lower of yourself. That's what also self-love does too. It opens the mind to so many possibilities. Yeah, they may think you're dreamy. They may think you're a little like aloof, right? For my thinkers out there, for my introverts out there, they may think you're a little aloof. I'm getting that message. Like people thought you were aloof. A lot of people think I'm aloof to this day because I'm quiet. But obviously when I start talking, it's like it's channelings. You know what I mean? This is why maybe you don't speak like that because of that reason. Maybe you're not quick to speak, but I'm getting a channel message. You should be quick to speak affirmations for your self-love and your self-healing, your self-confidence, for your journey in general. Because a lot of things are bound to happen. A lot of things, like I said earlier, are bound to come across your life and are bound to test your conviction on anything that you go at. And that's God testing you. You know what I mean? God allows people to go at you. God allows things to happen to you because God knows that that's not your end all be all of the story. That's significant for somebody. And it's just a reminder. And it's not that God let that person do that to you because he wanted it to. No. You're not a victim. You're a warrior. And you're somebody that is going to use that experience, use that turbulence, use that energy for something much greater than you can maybe fathom right now or in this moment. Or you may not be able to fathom what you're going to be able to do with this energy. Once you come in control of certain fertility, certain energetic allocations of resources that you're now opening up to through your self-love, that's what's going to bring even more enlightenment, not only enlightenment, but forgiveness and grace to those that may have hurt you and brought you to this path because you wouldn't have been brought here. That's also a gratification of the experience itself. It's a hindsight thing that you wouldn't have been able to see until you got out of the said situation, right? This is just significant for somebody. It's a self-love message, and I think I'm being guided to end off right there. To really take that moment, take that time, and do it every day, consistently, every day. And try to think about embodying choices, life choices that really resolve around you caring about your life, that you care about your future, that you want better for yourself, that you deserve better for yourself. Those type of affirmations, worthiness, that's a big part of the battle, because you'll only put in as much work as you think you're worthy of receiving. That's significant for somebody. You'll only put in as much work. Like, if you know you're not going to get shit, why would you're not going to put in, you know what I mean? Like, the same thing applies there. So there's a need to kind of higher your sense of self through affirmation, higher your sense of self through self-awareness, not just delusionally telling yourself positive things, but really reflecting on things that can activate greater parts of you, whether that's pain, whether that's a void space within you, whether that's an emptiness, whether that's a somber side of you, whether that's a melancholy side of you that you don't like to attune yourself to sometimes, whatever it is. But take that chance, and I'm taking my message for how my day went today, and I'm relaying it to somebody to take that self-love, take that self-loving choice, whether that's to take your time away, whether that's setting that boundary from that person that may make you feel overwhelmed sometimes, or maybe that's speaking up to somebody that maybe you don't be wanting to talk your shit, and it don't be about talking your shit but speaking your truth, you know what I mean? That's really what it is. Or maybe it's just something that you usually maybe would shame for yourself because you may feel selfish. Take that decision, take that action, because that may help a lot of situations in a long-term theme. If not other people, it'll help you in the long term. And that's the most important thing, self-love. And I'm gonna end it off on that note. Thank you, collective. Thank you so much. If this resonated, please leave like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I didn't know how this day was gonna go in terms of my upload with the idea, the channel message. I was just gonna do my personals, but I got this one with how it went. I hope this resonates with somebody's day, just finds you at the right time. If you need a personal with me, be sure to check my things out in the profile and YouTube descriptions. And besides that, collective, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next videos. Thank you so much for the super thanks, every single comment. If I haven't got back to you, I thank you so much, and I send that ashe and prosperity back to you and yours tenfold. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, collective. Peace out.